The work of Nobel Prize has transformed our understanding of the world. While approaching the Nobel Prize winners in chemistry, we not only learn their achievements, but also the spirit of honesty, tenacity, innovation, and forging ahead.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, Approaching Nobel Prize Winner in Chemistry. 大家好，欢迎走进今天的课堂，走进诺贝尔化学奖。Today I will introduce you the father of the nuclear physics, who is Ernest Rutherford. When it comes to nuclear physics, what do you think? Is it very profound? You may wonder, what's the connection between the nuclear physics and chemistry? In 1911, Ernest Rutherford proposed a nuclear structure model based on the experimental phenomenon of alpha particle scattering, which was rated as one of the most beautiful experiments in physics. His research on radioactivity has been established that radioactivity is the change from the inside of the atoms that has done pioneering work in opening a new scientific field, atomic physics. Ernest Rutherford won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908 for his investigation into the disintegration of the elements and the chemistry of radioactive substances. He was born in New Zealand and he worked for Victoria University, Manchester, at the United Kingdom when he obtained the Nobel Prize. The discovery of radioactivity in 1896 led to a series of deeper investigations. Rutherford demonstrated that there were at least two distinct types of radiation, which is alpha radiation and beta radiation. He discovered the radioactive preparation gave rise to formation of gases. Working with Professor Sobey, Rutherford advanced the hypothesis that helium gas could be formed from radioactive substances. In 1902, they formulated a revolutionary theory that elements could be disintegrated and transformed into other elements. In 1895, as the first research student at the University of Cambridge Cavendish Laboratory in London, Rutherford identified a simple and more variable method of detecting radio waves than had been previously established by German physician Heinrich Hertz. Also, while at the Cavendish Laboratory, Rutherford was invited by Professor J.J. Thomson to collaborate on study of X-rays that was discovered just a month before he arrived. By the way, J.J. Thomson received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1906. Together, Rutherford and Thomson studied the effect of X-rays on the conductivity of gases, resulting in a paper about dividing atoms and molecules into ions. While Thomson went on examining electrons, Rutherford took a close look at ion-producing radiations. Focusing on uranium, Rutherford discovered that placing it near to foil resulted in one type of radiation being easily soaked up or blocked, while a different type of radiation have no trouble for passing through the same foil. He labeled the two radiation types, alpha and beta. As it turns out, the alpha particle was identical to the nucleus of a helium atom, and the beta particle was in fact the same as an electron or positron. Rutherford overturned the Thomson's model in 1911 with his famous golden foil experiment, in which he demonstrated that atom has tiny massive nucleus. Rutherford has noticed that alpha particles beams through a hole onto a photographic plate will make a sharp-edged picture, while alpha particles became through a sheet of mica only 20 micrometers thick would make an impression with the blurry edges. For some particles, that blurring corresponded to 2-degree fraction. Remembering this result, Rutherford has this postdoctoral fellow and undergraduate student refine the experiment. The young physicians beamed alpha particles through golden foil and detected them as flashes light or sparkles on screen. The golden foil only 1.4 micrometers thick. Most of the alpha particles went straight through the foil, but some were deflected by the foil and hit a spot on a screen placed off to one side. They found that about 1 in 20,000 alpha particles had been deflected 45 degrees or more. Rutherford asked why so many alpha particles passing through the golden foil while a few were deflected so greatly. It was almost as incredible as you fired a 15-inch shell at a piece of tissue paper and it came back to hit you, Rutherford said later. However, many physicians distrusted the Rutherford atomic models because it was difficult to reconcile with the chemical behavior of atoms. The model suggested that charge on the nucleus was the most important characteristics of the atom, determining its structure. On the other hand, Mendeleev's periodical table of the elements had been organized according to the atomic masses of the elements, implying that the mass was responsible for the structure and the chemical behavior of atoms. In general, Ernest Rutherford is the father of modern nuclear physics and is one of the most prominent names in the field of all the time. He is the first person to truthfully think of what nuclear physics could be, and he created an amazing recipe that anyone would be happy with. He won the Nobel Prize in his field, and he widely considered the father of experimental and theoretical physics. The element Rutherfordium is named for Rutherford while he was doing work on the atomic structure of each element. He was also able to determine the atom he was working on were decaying. Scientists once believed that this atom would not decay, but he used work by Madame Curie to further his own research. It was very easy for him to complete, and he continued to make discoveries that showed he was right in his thoughts. He was even so instrumental in the field that he has many things named after him. This is a very important part of the science of today. And people are still looking back at the experiments that he did because they were so useful at the time. Rutherford also helped other people come up with their own theories, and he practically created the field that people are working in today. I think after today's class, you must admire him so much. Thanks for watching.
大家好，卢瑟福从小家境贫寒。通过自己的刻苦努力，这个穷孩子完成了他的学业。这段艰苦求学的经历，培养了卢瑟福一种认准的目标就百折不回、勇往直前的精神。后来，学生为他起了一个外号“鳄鱼”，并把鳄鱼徽章装饰在他的实验室门口。因为鳄鱼从不回头，他张开吞食一切的大口，不断前进。1895年，在农场挖土豆的卢瑟福收到了英国剑桥大学发来的通知书。他接到通知书后，扔掉挖土豆的锄头，喊道：“这是我挖的最后一个土豆啦！” 1908年，卢瑟福获得该年度的诺贝尔化学奖。他对自己不是获得物理学奖感到有些意外。他风趣地说：“我一个搞物理的，怎么就得了个化学奖呢？这是我一生中绝妙的一次玩笑。”卢瑟福还是一位杰出的学科带头人，被誉为从来没有树立过一个敌人，也从来没有失去一位朋友的人。在他的助手和学生中，先后荣获诺贝尔奖的竟多达12人。1922年度诺贝尔物理学奖的获得者波尔曾深情地称卢瑟福是 我的第二个父亲。科学界至今还传颂着许多卢瑟福精心培养学生的小故事。卢瑟福的实验室被后人称为诺贝尔奖得主的幼儿园，他的头像出现在新西兰货币的最大面值100元上面，作为国家对他最崇高的敬意和纪念。好了，本次课到此结束，谢谢大家，再见。